Hi, this is Pastor Faust, and I want to speak to you again on this Motivation Monday. There are times when we struggle and we wonder how we're going to get through, and it reminds me of this story in the Bible about how the children of Israel were coming out of Egypt and they were headed to the promised land. Sometimes I think that's what we forget to deal with. Sometimes we think about coming out of bondage and slavery, which means the things that are holding us down, holding us back, and we get free from that. And we oftentimes think about the promised land, but there's a place that we don't think about as much as I think we need to. There's a place called the wilderness. Sometimes we don't put the wilderness into the equation. We think that once we come out of something, that life is good, life is sweet. But I think I need to remind you and declare unto you that there's a place called the wilderness that we have to deal with. In the wilderness, there's indecision, there's fussing, there's arguing, there is leadership that's supposed to be speaking to the rock, that's striking the rock. So there's a lot of things that goes on in the wilderness. And sometimes we forget about how God is bringing us to that promised land, because we're in the wilderness place right now. But the promised land has not left. It's always there. But it's up to us to learn how to deal with the realities of getting through this space, this in-between space that we need to get through in order to make it to the promised land. The promised land is coming, but we've got to learn how to deal with this in-between space, this wilderness experience. So what do we do? Well, I think what has been declared throughout the Bible is we have to wait on the Lord. I get it, wait on the Lord. It's easy to say, but when we put it in theory, it's difficult. Let me give you the real definition of what waiting means. Waiting means while we're waiting on the Lord, keep our hands free so that we'll be able to receive what God is about to give us. And we don't have to be preoccupied with putting something down in order to be ready when the Lord comes. Waiting on the Lord, anticipating what the Lord is going to do, waiting, being ready, making our hearts open to what the Lord is about to do, making our eyes be envisioned what the Lord has in plan and in store for us to do. Our hearts have to be open because we have to be ready to receive what the Lord is doing already. Again, I'm going to tell you, the promised land has not gone anywhere. It's just you're in a season of wilderness. And while we're there, waiting on the Lord is what's going to make a difference. So while I'm waiting, my heart is ready in expectation. My hands are ready with expectation. My eyes are seeing what the Lord has allowed me to see. And my feet are ready to move in the light of the Lord and in the direction in which the Lord will have us to go. So guess what? A wilderness can be a terrible place to be in, but when you're waiting on the Lord while you're there, don't let your expectation leave you. Just continue to wait on the Lord, and the Lord will deliver us and lead us into that promised land that He's promised us. This has been your Motivation Monday. God bless you and God keep you.